event time here on PWX Wrestling, and Caleb Conley has chosen the first opponent for Cedric Alexander to be the high flyer, Shane Strickland.
Introducing first, approaching the ring from Tacoma, Washington, weighing 185 pounds, the King of Swerve, Shane Strickland.
Again, Caleb Conley saying that Cedric Alexander has to beat everyone that he puts in front of him if he wants another title shot. I still think PWX management should have that right to make that decision. Don't you, Patrick?
I agree 100%. Looking at this match right here before us, I cannot wait for this action to get started.
This is going to be a great match, no question, but here's the question. Cedric Alexander had a great run in that Dream Match series, but now he's lost to ASÉ Stars, he's lost to Caleb Conley, albeit with nefarious situations.
Yes.
Do you think maybe Caleb's in his head a little bit? Could Shane Strickland beat Caleb or beat Cedric Alexander here tonight and keep Cedric from having another shot at that title?
Well, it's no secret, as we've seen, Chris, that Caleb Conley's the one that chose these matches, right? And it's awesome.
Well, they love him here in his hometown, don't they?
They do.
Get the
favorite.
kill, Cedric Alexander. We are here in Charlotte, North Carolina, his hometown.
As I was saying, Cedric Alexander and Shane Swerve Strickland are friends.
That's right.
And I know they went at it a little bit on Twitter and social media stating that they wanted a match, but I don't know if they wanted it in these circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like tournament time for Cedric as we're here in March, obviously, the NCAA tournament going on. It's win or go home for Cedric Alexander, according to Caleb Conley. He's got to beat all these people or he will not get another title match.
It's time for Cedric to step up. I think one of Cedric's flaws, and Caleb Conley has stated this, is that Cedric does not have what it takes to beat him for that title.
But he says he's not willing to do whatever it takes. And I would argue that point.
I agree.
We're about to get underway here.
Gotta run the music. Was trying to give Cedric a long intro.
And there you see the handshake.
Like we stated before.
They are friends. Yep. We are not a couple, even though we say the same thing, but these two guys are friends. And Let's Go Cedric chant breaks out here. Now, Patrick, it's an interesting situation because Shane Strickland has no stipulation on this match. He's just out here to wrestle, whereas if Cedric Alexander beats him, that's one notch in the belt on his way closer to getting a title shot back at Caleb Conley. But you got to believe if Shane Strickland beats Cedric Alexander here tonight, PWX management is going to take notice and and possibly put him in a title match against Caleb Conley.
I'm distracted at this time, Chris. But as you were saying, Shane Strickland came down from up north because he heard the talent is top-notch here in PWX. And I don't know if you get much more top-notch than Cedric Alexander.
He's in there with one of our best right now.
Beautiful side take. I don't even know what I just called that.
So we're going to see a little bit of a difference in styles here. Cedric, known for his quickness, known for his agility, but more and more becoming a power player, a guy who's into ground and pound. He will fly when he needs to, as opposed to Shane Strickland, who loves to fly, a guy who wants to get up on the top rope, a guy who wants to fly around the ring.
That is true. We keep seeing more and more Cedric, for example purposes, we've seen a few times where Cedric gets an opponent up for that brainbuster and they try to work their way out, and Cedric is able to hold them up without them touching the mat and still perform that move. That's a power move. It's a finesse move at heart.
That's right.
But when you have to go through all of that, it turns into a power move. Cedric has put on a lot of mass, body mass, since we first saw him here in PWX.
I remember when I saw this kid for the first time about 3 years ago. I knew the first time I saw him he was going to be a star. He's done nothing but prove me right ever since. In the ring now with Shane Strickland, who is no slouch himself, a guy who's had a pretty good run here in PWX over the past few months.
Actually a wired champion of sorts in other promotions.
Right. Now we talked about the speed of both these guys, the quickness, the agility. Is what you're going to see here.
I was wondering when the speed was going to come into play because we've seen a technical masterpiece here.
Oh,
earlier.
wow.
What a maneuver.
Well, we got the Matrix going on up in here. Quick cover, just a 1 count. And now
so
a
fast
reversal.
the referee couldn't even get out of the way. They're out.
There you go.
Beautiful.
You know, it's all fun and games right now, but Cedric Alexander needs to remember he has to win this match if he wants another shot at Caleb Conley. And according to Cedric, there's nothing he wants more than another shot. Took to the PWX website to issue a demand to management, give me a title shot. Caleb Conley says management's not worthy to make that decision. Only he can make that decision. And that's why Cedric is facing Shane Strickland tonight.
Well, this right here could be a perfect example of what Caleb Conley's talking about. What Cedric did at Rise of a Champion a few weeks ago, he assumed, due to his friendship, that Caleb Conley would not take that extra step.
Right.
And it came back to bite him.
Do you think that's why he picked a friend? Do you think that's why Caleb Conley picked a friend, to play up on that idea that Cedric couldn't get it done at Rise of a Champion because he wouldn't go after his friend that way, and it'll be an exact repeat tonight? Is that what Caleb's betting?
We've talked many times about Caleb Conley being the quote-unquote one of the trainers of Cedric Alexander. And you know this as well as I do, Shore, a trainer never quits teaching.
Oh,
this could potentially, quick roll-up by Cedric,
too, yep.
This could potentially just be another teaching tactic.
Oh, Jack
for Caleb
right there
to get Cedric
now, there we go,
to the point of being the best.
Covered here.
Cedric faked him out with that front kick.
And it floats over in a quick pitfall kick, and now Shane Strickland needs a minute to think about it.
Shane Strickland don't know what's going on. These guys are pretty equal, but it looks like Cedric's quickness is surpassing Shane's right now.
And now you got to wonder, too, because they're friends. Cedric Alexander, great string of offense there. Shane Strickland pulls back to the corner, decides to take a break, and Cedric let him. Would he have let someone who wasn't his friend? Or would he have pounced?
It's never a good idea to let an opponent take a break. Whether it's your friend, your foe, your biggest enemy, you always have to stay on top. That's how you get W's in this business.
I mean, if Cedric's going to be successful here, he needs to understand that until he hears that bell ring again, the man across from him in the ring is not his friend. He is his opponent. He is his obstacle to the PWX Championship.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Chris. Reversal into the corner.
And the agility of Strickland, unbelievable.
Stealing the words right out of my mouth.
Oh!
Beautiful drop kick.
Great drop kick, and Cedric decides he needs to go to the floor to take a quick break.
It's a way to rebound there, Shane. Could we be looking to fly?
Now the floor, not a great place here to take a break.
What the? Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh, a huge kick.
Strickland had it scouted.
That's how you counter a suicide dive.
Strickland had it countered, or had it scouted. He saw it coming. And now to the top rope. He loves this place. Big crossbody as he beats Cedric Alexander. No.
Beautiful crossbody. See, you can't, Shane can't.
He's having fun in there with his friend.
They're too lighthearted. I don't agree with that tactic at all. You're facing one of the most dangerous men in PWX.
Some people would argue the most dangerous man in
Arguably.
PWX. Adam Page and his nose and his hand would make that argument again and again.
Exactly.
Cedric broke his nose and his hand.
Cedric is a nice guy. Cedric is a crowd pleaser. But Cedric is also has a streak of violence in his blood.
Cedric and I are friends as well, and I wouldn't want to be on his bad side.
God, no.
Oh,
Cedric getting beat at his own game. We saw him earlier throw that fake front kick to get Shane to cover up. Shane returns the favor. Shane be going for a rear chin lock.
And sitting down on the back.
See, this is smart.
Yep.
Use your body weight.
We talked about Cedric not being a high flyer, but so much of his offense depends upon him being vertical. The brain buster, the concussion on delivery, that COD kick in the corner. So much of his offense depends upon him being vertical. And as Strickland chokes him out here, not chokes him, but of course just wrenches down with that chin lock, sits down on the back. He makes it hard for Cedric to breathe. He makes it hard for Cedric to concentrate. He makes it hard for Cedric to be able to deliver his offense.
Big back elbow. 1, 2.
And just a 2 count there.
Short 2.
Tessa Blanchard over here making faces at me. She's not aware I used to work with Steve Carino, who would say anything.
Doesn't look near as good.
No. No.
Well, for those of you at home, you'll never understand what it's like trying to call the action and be straight into it with a beautiful girl sitting right beside of you making faces.
You just don't know what it's like to have a beautiful girl sitting beside of you.
Damn right, Short. I wish I had a comeback for that, but I don't.
Having a little fun here on commentary, but Cedric not having a lot of fun right now, and maybe a little bit of irritation in his face.
A little palm thrust to the side of the head and the ear.
That'll ring your bell. You ever had a ruptured eardrum before? I actually had one, and it will throw your equilibrium off.
That's it.
People think it's not a big deal, it's just a hearing thing, but it will, throw everything off. So will a kick to the head like that.
You see the reach on Cedric?
Good
and a beautiful
God.
springboard lariat.
Dive down there and a quick cover from Cedric, but just 2.
Earlier we were speaking of Cedric's size and body mass. Think about that flying at you. Laws of gravity tell you it's going to hurt bad.
Oh, knee to the side of the face.
Now we're seeing Cedric get a little more physical with Shane.
Yeah.
Finally realizing the magnitude of this contest.
A little bit of frustration here. Cedric jawing with the fans at ringside.
Can't take your focus off your opponent.
If Cedric has a weakness, and I'm not sure that he does, but if he has a weakness, that might be it. He can get distracted. He can get, whether it's something that somebody's done in the ring to him, whether it's a fan at ringside, he can lose focus sometimes. And the times that he's made a mistake, when he lost to AJ Styles, he lost focus. He saw Country Jack, he went after them. When he lost to Caleb Conley, he lost focus. Caleb hit him with that title belt. That, if he's got
Big
a
kick to the back of the head. Sorry to
because there's no weakness in what he does there, but if he's got one, it's that he loses focus sometimes.
I agree 100% with you, Chris. Some can even say he lost focus at Rise of a Champion. He went for an unnecessary dive towards the end of that match. That some people say that's one of the things that caused him being out. He lost focus. He let his guard down with Caleb, and Caleb got the belt.
Say a face full of title belt is probably what did it more than anything else. But again, like you said, he lost focus. He wasn't paying attention to his surroundings. His head wasn't on a swivel. And Caleb was there. And look, I don't agree with what Caleb did. I'm not trying to take up for what Caleb did. But the reality is Caleb is heavyweight champion, PWX heavyweight champion now. And he retained it again last week as well against Chip Day. Again, with help from Amanda Rodriguez. And you know, we heard from her earlier tonight. I don't know what her problem is all of a sudden.
I have no argument for you. I mean, and you make a good point. I've never looked at it that way. But you make a very, very valid point. The focus could be what's missing. Caleb stresses that he won't do what's necessary. He has too many feelings involved. And, kicked him right out of midair.
Speaking of having things
Cedric
scouted,
falls into Fat Steen.
Oh, and here we go.
These chairs have taken a beating.
Oh, Shane Strickland up and
he
over.
Lands, cameraman, he lands sitting in a chair. Unbelievable agility.
Now Strickland trying to get these fans amped up. I don't know what else he's got to do.
Got to give him a hand on that. He's right here in front of us.
We'll definitely clap for him.
Unbelievable. twisting your body, jumping forward, twisting your body into a moonsault. Guarding yourself in case Cedric moved with his hands. Did you see that, Shore, when we went over the turnbuckle?
That's right.
Similar to the maneuver he did.
And now a quick roll up here. Cedric in trouble, but just 2.
Wonder if these people will ever sit in that spot again. Last couple.
Of course they will. Where else can you get action in your face like this? Not anywhere else.
I agree.
Everybody else puts up the barricades.
If anybody wonders if a front row ticket is worth its price tag, you're getting your answer right here. You just got it.
Jumping neck breaker there. He's got him driven down as he beats Cedric Alexander. No.
See how he had him pinned there, Chris? And Cedric could have easily rolled forward. Rolled his legs forward and got out of that pin, but he exerted more energy to kick out. I don't know if that's Shane Strickland's plan,
well,
but
again,
it works.
It goes back to the idea of losing focus. Cedric not aware of where he was, and the position that he was in, could have just rolled his body over. Instead, kicks out. Is he taking it light on Shane Strickland because of the friendship?
Cedric pushing Strickland back into the turnbuckle.
Is that the weakness of Cedric Alexander?
Still feeling that kick and dive. Shane Strickland going back up to the top. What does he got here?
Oh! Drives him down into a driver and now got him covered. 2 and no! Shane Strickland kicks out.
You see that 2 seconds where his foot was keeping his shoulder from going down. That could have cost him that pinfall.
And he's irritated with the referee, but referee Mitch Blaylock made a good call there.
He did.
He made a good call. It is not his fault.
You cannot blame a referee for doing his job.
That's right.
Sure. Mitch explaining. Mitch shouldn't even be explaining.
Yeah. If Cedric's upset about it, that's Cedric's problem, not Mitch's.
Do you notice how Shane Strickland always, one of the things that impressed me the most about him is whenever he does high flying, he always sets his body up that if someone moves or it doesn't go as planned, he always saves himself. You realize that, Chris?
He understands the risk-reward nature.
Once again, Shane Strickland doing the smart thing, trying to ground Cedric. As I say that, he takes off to the rope. Hard kick to the stomach.
I was on the end of that kick a long time ago. I don't ever want to be there again.
Beautiful front
Nor would I want to
kick.
be on that one. As Cedric trying to find his teeth. Oh!
Beautiful. Shane Strickland used those long legs to his advantage.
Torquing his body around. Now look out here!
Oh!
Like a disaster kick.
All of that.
And now gets him up! Oh, he was going for that brainbuster, but Strickland spun out.
Was he going for the brainbuster or the backbreaker? I'm not sure.
Oh, it turns him inside out with a
huge lariat.
Cedric Alexander and Shane Strickland are beating each other to death.
Shane Strickland's teeth is laying up against the wall, embedded. You got fans slapping the mat, showing support in both men.
Referee Mitch Blaylock counting the 10 count now. If neither man's able to make their feet by 10, this match will end in a draw. I'm sure neither guy wants that. Certainly not Cedric. That's not a victory.
Takes away.
He has to beat Shane Strickland.
Much as I hate to say it, he has to please Caleb at this point to get that title shot.
I still don't understand that either. What gives Caleb Conley the right to decide who gets a title match and who doesn't? That's PWX management's job.
I agree, Chris. Sometimes when you hold a title, it gives you slight power.
It's not right.
And slight power with ego
right.
can be a dangerous thing.
Oh, once again, Strickland up and over. Jumping DDT! Oh my God,
spiked him down. That's
here.
it. One,
as he beat him 2 and no.
There lies the resiliency of Cedric Alexander. Had to be pure instinct on that kick out. He planted him on that DDT.
Cedric is in real trouble here.
Cedric holding his shoulder. I don't know if he injured his shoulder, his neck. Might be a stinger. The way he came down.
Landed hard on his head. You see the effects of that DDT.
Cedric, I don't even know if Cedric knows where he is. If you get a stinger like that, Chris, you know this, being a former paramedic.
That's right. But there you see the explosive power into that backbreaker.
That was almost almost like a modified of the usual backbreaker, but he got it all.
Cedric is having a hard time getting over there because of everything that's happened. He's got him covered. Has he beat him with a backbreaker? No.
That was so close. That had to be a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, 2 7/8. 15, 16 something.
Amazing.
As close as it could be for Cedric Alexander. Cedric pounding on the mat.
Could Cedric be setting up? I was
What's
going
he
to
got
set up
planned
for
here?
his
Yeah.
frog splash, but
It's too close for that
Yeah.
now. Not
Cedric
sure what
got-
he's got planned here. Right now he's just trying to catch his breath. He took too long. Oh, wow.
what a beautiful
What an
maneuver.
interesting thing.
Oh!
Oh, my God, he's got him. And another DDT. That's
I
two.
have never.
That's 2. He's got him hooked. 2. He's beat Cedric. No, he didn't.
How did Cedric Alexander kick out of that?
I don't even think Cedric knows he's alive.
Look at the facial expression on Shane Swerve Strickland. I don't know what else he can hit, Chris. I have no idea.
He's going to have to shoot him, I guess, at this point. He tied him up in the ropes. He had nowhere to go. He kicked his teeth out of his mouth, hits that jumping DDT with the legs tied up in the ropes, and still somehow Cedric kicks out.
For those of you who don't know, sometimes you can guard yourself from that DDT when it's given in the traditional fashion by putting your knee down and taking some of the blow. When both legs are tied up in the rope, there is no safe way
No.
to take that.
What Strickland got here.
Could this be the
Something
double
planned.
stomp?
Oh,
We've seen this before.
Yeah, go for the double stomp. But Cedric
Might have
got
took too
out
much
of the
time.
way. Oh, COD! COD
Shane
concussion
Strickland's
on
out on his
delivery.
feet. Shane Strickland's out on his
He's
feet.
got him up. What's he got planned for here? Oh, he reversed. He reversed. He's got him. Cedric's got his shoulder up, but no.
Shane Strickland had a little trouble.
Again, another miss. Oh,
His front
kick to the
thrust
face.
Oh,
These kicks from Shane Strickland
Shane
are
Strickland's
taking
feet
their
are
toll.
lethal.
Oh, he went for it one more time, but look at him power him up. Brainbuster!
huge brainbuster. That's it. He's got it. 1,
2, and 3.
That's it. Unbelievable match. Unbelievable match. Oh, my God.
Cedric Alexander victorious here and one step closer to facing Caleb Conley again for that PWX championship. Patrick, what a great way to close out the show.
For those of you who aren't believers of Cedric Alexander, who aren't believers of Shane Strickland, and who aren't believers of PWX Wrestling, believe now.
Shane Strickland put up a hell of a fight, but your winner, Cedric Alexander.
My God.
And he is one step closer to Caleb Conley. Fans, thank you so much for tuning in to PWX Wrestling. We'll see you back here next week. Be sure to check us out, PWXProWrestling.com, for more PWX Plus.
Wow.
All my shooters fire.